Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a very common error that we find in a lot of QuickBooks files that could be costing you thousands of dollars in taxes because it leads to double reported income, which obviously will inflate your tax liability. So how this happens is if you create an invoice in QuickBooks Online and you have your bank feed connected, and that invoice gets paid and you deposit the check or someone pays you through a bank transfer, that deposit is going to come through your bank feed and it's going to show up like this. And in this case, QuickBooks Online is recognizing that this payment is for this specific invoice. But many times if you're depositing multiple checks and maybe one of the invoices is off by a few cents, QuickBooks is not going to recognize that. So this little match feature is not going to show up like that. And if you do not click into the match window and find the correct invoices and match it correctly, if instead you categorize it directly to the income account, it will double report that income. And let me show you how it does this. So I'm going to simply categorize this, hit the add button here, and we're going to go and head on over to the profit and loss, click into total income, and I'll show you how to find this error. So if you group here by transaction type, I'm going to sort it by name to make it a little easier to read. You can see all the invoices here that are posting to the P&L. And then you can also see the deposits that have posted directly to the P&L. So here's the deposit that we just posted. We just categorized it as income, $350 from Ruth. Now, if you open the invoices window and scroll down, you can see the same amount of dollars coming in here again, $350 again. So that income was posted twice. $700 was posted to the P&L instead of $350. Now, this invoice will stay in your accounts receivable in this situation. So if you're reviewing your accounts receivable regularly, you will find that. But if you, for example, review your accounts receivable and see that, oh, wow, there's a bunch of old invoices in there, that could be what's happening. Now, if you've recorded a payment on that invoice and you've posted that payment to undeposited funds, it could just be stacking up there. And maybe you look at your balance sheet and you see a ton of money in undeposited funds. And you're like, I don't really know what that is. It's just kind of hanging out there. That could be what's taking place. If you post the payment directly to your checking account, obviously it'll come up when you reconcile the accounts and you can clear it out there. But what we generally find happening is folks are not reviewing their balance sheet and either their accounts receivable or their undeposited funds is just stacking these up and it's double reporting their income. So that's how this happens. The way to avoid it is to always match your deposits to an invoice or payment if you've recorded the invoice in QuickBooks Online. Otherwise, this error will happen and you could be double reporting your income and paying the IRS thousands of dollars.